From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for April 10, 2018. Today we're going to take a look at the AUDUSD, the Australian versus the US dollar for today's trade analysis. Starting here on the daily time frame, two different trends that we want to take a look at here, the blue and the black trend lines. First off, the blue trend line, rising trend, pretty straight line trend here, rising from all the way down here 7,500 to the top of the chart into the 8,100s. Let's go ahead and take Fibonacci of that trend from the lowest low on the chart all the way down here bottom of the blue trend line to the highest high of the blue trend line where the blue and the black trend line come together. Doing that, we find the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level sitting at 77.43. Happens to be the bottom of this green shaded area right in the middle of the chart. There's a green zone right in the middle between 77.45 and 0.7765. So the 618 of the blue trend sits at the bottom of that. So we now know and can recognize that as some Fibonacci resistance. Go back a little bit further in time along that green zone. You see the circles that I've put on the chart, the two blue circles right here, showing support into that same area, the mid 77s. Even far left hand side of the chart, there's another blue circle back here that shows support at that same area. So we know historically there has been trading actions happening, buying, selling, entering, exiting. In fact, support means sellers exiting and buyers entering. So we see that along the three blue circles. We even see this black box here where the market found resistance at that same level. Resistance where buyers are exiting, sellers are entering. So we see trading actions happening along that green zone. So we have Fibonacci there, historical support and resistance and trading actions. We also draw this black trend line capping the last two resistance highs here. We see the highest high on the chart and we see this high here in the middle of the trend. And that comes right into that similar and familiar area, 0.7745 to 65, the green shaded area. So very interesting area where several things are converging together. We also, just above the green zone, have the 100 period simple moving average closer to the 77.80 level, but it is somewhat in that similar area that we're looking at right now. Let's do another Fibonacci. I actually want to zoom it in a little bit here, and let's take Fibonacci from the highest high, top of the black and blue trend line, down to our current low, the lowest low on the chart now. And in doing that, we find the 0.236 fib sitting at 77.59, which again is inside our green shaded area. Let's do one more fib. I'm just going to throw one more. Let's go from the high, the last significant high that we have here, right around the 79.15 level, to the lowest low on the chart. Interesting enough, we now start to see an overlap of Fibonacci. The 382 of that shorter range sits here at the green zone. So we have multiple Fibonaccis, we have historical support resistance, we have the trend line coming down from the top. We know that this is a significant area of resistance for the day today. So the first thing that tells us about resistance here at this green shaded area is we probably don't want to buy it right now. Buying underneath that significant resistance may not have too much profitability to the trade. So buying right now just doesn't make sense. The only real reason I think that you would buy is that it gets above that green shaded area. Or, of course, the other option for buying is it dips back down to support, which happens to be the blue shaded area into 77.15, 76.95. So buying right now just doesn't seem like a logical scenario for the day today underneath all of that significant indication of resistance. By the way, just want to point this out. I'm going to see if I can grab a hold of this pink shaded area right here. I think it's interesting, so I'm just going to mention it. This pink zone just above, take a look at the Fibonacci that's overlapping in there as well. So that again would be our next resistance high. If it's able to get through the green zone, the pink zone would be our next resistance high here for the AUDUSD. So significant area of resistance, green zone. So if we're not buying, it has the potential to become a selling opportunity here into this significant area of resistance, 77.45 to 65. Selling here would be in the direction of the trend. We target, of course, first off the blue zone, and secondary, the orange zone at the very bottom of the chart as the market turns back in the direction of trend, if it turns back in the direction of trend. One last thing here before we go down to the 4-hour time frame. Forex Black Book is red, so that gives us a bearish bias. And that's not too hard to see, as the trend has been down. It's a red bearish bias. Let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame. Here's that same green shaded area. Look at the market having difficulty underneath there. So again, Doesn't change anything, just gives us a little bit closer, tighter in view. As long as it's under the green zone, I believe it's better short than it is a long. Only if it breaks above the green zone do we look for an opportunity for it to go higher for the Australian dollar today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.